I'm really self-conscious, and I have been for as long as I can remember. I'm self-conscious about the way I look, about the way I speak, about my family. I'm self-conscious about everything. And I haven't always thought that it's a good thing. Actually, I've always thought it's not a good thing. I thought this is why I overthink things. I thought this was an excuse that I could just blame all my problems on. It's because I'm self-conscious. Why don't you want to go to the beach? I'm self-conscious. Why don't you want to go outside? Call your friends. I'm self-conscious. Why don't you want to do this sport? Why don't you want to whatever? And I just blame it on that. I always blame it on that, but that wasn't the reason why. I was lazy. I had anger issues. I had plenty of problems that I didn't want to address. And actually, the one thing that was helping me is being self-conscious, being actually aware of my own self. And it is a good thing, actually. It's a really good thing to be self-conscious. It shows that you are at the very least at the base level of improvement. You're at the base level of being able to get better. And that's what self-consciousness really is. It is just seeing yourself for who you are, no filters, and everyone's got this ability, but I don't think I'm the only one who's labeled this as a negative thing. I've always seen this as a bad thing because I see my issues, or the things that I think are issues, like the way I looked. I mean, I used to look like this, and now I look like this. I wouldn't have been able to make that change if I wasn't self-conscious. I mean, just look at me. I've got some crazy sunburn, my skin's peeling off. I got a herpes outbreak that I put some toothpaste on. I've got these thick glasses, yeah, pretty thick, that I've been wearing since I was at least like 8 years old. And I always thought that being self-conscious is a bad thing because it made me aware of all these issues. It made me aware of all the things that I didn't really like about myself. And that was a really good thing. Even though it made me feel uncomfortable, that was incredibly important for my own self-development, because if I wasn't able to tell that, hey, I'm pretty fat, I'm not getting girls' attention, right? I'm not getting the type of attention I want. I'm getting made fun of by people that I actually don't want to hang out with. Then I'd still be there. I would still be there in that situation, struggling. Honestly, I didn't want to make this video. I wanted to just keep watching How to Reverse a Cavity at Home by Dr. Ellie Phillips. I just wanted to keep watching that, but this is important because it's actually a really good thing if you're self-conscious. And if you're here, I'm sure you are. I'm sure you're not like some ape who suddenly figured out how to use the internet. You're probably a person who is struggling with this as well. And I mean, I'm still struggling with it. Look at me. I did not want to make this video. I'm literally sitting in the hallway right now because this is the only place in this house made of brick and concrete that does not echo that much. And I'm self-conscious about it. I'm self-conscious about the way I look still, even though I might be freaking jacked and have these big man muscles. I'm still self-conscious. There's always going to be someone bigger. There's always going to be someone stronger, more handsome, someone who doesn't have herpes on their lip and, freaking burnt up forehead. But that's besides the point. Self-consciousness is a good thing because it got me out of the deepest pits in my life. If I was not able to see that, hey, these glasses are actually not a big deal, I'd still be obsessing about my appearance. If I was not able to see that, hey, yeah, your face is just a normal face. You don't have to wear that long hair to cover it up. Yeah, I'd still be hiding my face. If I was not able to see that, hey, yeah, I don't actually look very good. I'm out of shape. The food I eat is garbage, and I'm really unhappy. I would not have been able to lose the weight, change my diet, and actually change the way I feel, change my outlook on life, because I would have never been on that base foundational level. I would have still been just floating, drifting on that sea of unconsciousness, just waiting, I guess, waiting for something to happen. And that doesn't work. I had to realize that, hey, this food I'm eating is actually really bad for me. Chips and cookies and sweets, sugars, all this garbage that I was eating was really making me look bad. And cutting it out has led to, tremendous changes in my physique. If I had not realized I look awful, then I would not have started working out. I wouldn't have started training. I wouldn't have gotten in the gym. I wouldn't have started doing calisthenics. I would not have, built these man muscles up, because why would I have? If I never saw that, if I never realized that I'm unhappy, why would I ever take the step to change? That's why it's good to be self-conscious. It's good because what's the alternative, really? The alternative is you suffer and you don't even know. At the very least, I can still suffer, but now that I'm aware of it, I can start making some changes and actually be grateful for the things that I have. If you're not self-conscious, there's no gratitude. Zero gratitude. I was so unhappy when I looked like this. I was in a terrible state mentally, constantly trying to escape. Video games, unhealthy food, substances. I was doing awful things to my body, and I was getting terrible things out of my body. Like performance-wise, just absolutely awful. And I was able to change this because I was able to realize that this is not what I want. I would still be drinking soda if I wasn't self-conscious. Soda is pretty bad for you. I don't think anyone needs to be reminded of that. I think that just about everyone knows drinking liquid sugar is maybe definitely not the best choice if you want to improve the way you look, if you want to improve the way you feel. That's not going to be the way to go. Self-consciousness has been a superpower in my own life, and I hope that you're able to realize that it can be a superpower in your own life too, if you let it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.